One common issue I see with mod cars is the weight distribution being set incorrectly. To set your weight distribution correctly, first you'll need some data. You can find this with a Google search. However, the best example would be finding a forum post or an article where they've actually weighed the car and show the weights. For this Chevelle, there's a website listed with the axle loads for the stock cars per trim and engine combination. However, this particular mod I intend to be an LS swap. Thankfully, Motor Trend performed an LS3 swap into a 1967 Chevelle and then weighed it on scales and shared the information in our article. In order to be able to properly check your weight distribution, you need to have your developer apps enabled. To do this, go to your settings, under Assetto Corsa, look for the apps section, and then make sure developer apps has been checked. With that enabled, we can now load into the game and check the current distribution. Once loaded in, click Drive, and then mouse over to the right hand side of your screen. We need to now look for the developer app section and find the car physics app. With the app open, we can look in the list and find distribution. Currently, this car is set to match the stock 396 big block as shown here. The LS swap Chevelle from Motor Trend's article had a weight distribution of a little over 53%, thanks to removing over 250 pounds using the LS3 compared to the factory big block. To adjust the weight distribution, we need to go into the cars folder, find the data folder, and look for the suspensions INI. Within the suspensions INI, we need to find the CG location. This only affects the sprung mass of the car and does not include the weight or location of your fuel in the fuel tank. The factory motor setup required this to be at 0.63 or 63% in order for the car to have the correct weight distribution for the stock engine when loaded in game. For the LS3 swap, I'm going to bring this down to about 0.59. With the change saved, we can now load the car back in game and check if our adjustment got us to the correct distribution. With the distribution showing a bit over 53% now, I'd say the adjustment was good. However, now you can see the model doesn't fit correctly to our wheels. To fix this, let's open up Content Manager's showroom, go to the Car tab, and check Align Using Data. Now we'll need to go back into the Cars data folder and find car.ini. With the car INI open, we need to find the graphics offset section and adjust the last value. I need to make a pretty large adjustment, so I'm going to bring it down to around 0.285 and save it. Looking in CM Showroom, it looks pretty decent. Now to do one last check in game and make sure it's perfect. With our new CG adjustment change and our graphic offsets corrected, we now have a car proper weight distribution.